Welcome to the CrossFit Max podcast.
What is going on, team? And thank you for tuning in. We're talking about one of my biggest inspirations as a CrossFitter, as a coach, and I'm excited for you guys to listen to this one. I think you guys are going to get some good value, and we do have a little bit of a long banter topic, so if you want to get straight to it, fast forward about 20 minutes in, but of course, we know that a lot of you guys enjoy the banter, so we hope you dig that as well. All right, let's get into the pod. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. What is going on, team?
Cow goes.
Moo.
Rawr.
Rawr. We had a lovely Halloween last week.
Yeah, we did.
Tell them about it, love.
The weather was perfect.
Perfect. Like a nice 35 millimeters of rain throughout the day.
Yeah, it was absolutely horrible weather, but it wasn't Tommy's first Halloween.
You know what they say about weather, though?
It's a mindset.
Weather is a mindset. And when you're 16 months old, what is weather?
Weather literally doesn't impact your life whatsoever. So Thomas, 16 months old.
Second Halloween.
His first Halloween where he
trick-or-treating.
An actual potato.
Yeah, last week he didn't do any trick-or-treating.
No, last year was hilarious. We went outside for 5 minutes and he started to fall asleep in the stroller and we were like, go home, quick.
Yeah.
This year we were all pumped up about go trick-or-treating, and then the weather was so horrible and I was getting all sad about it. But in the end, my sister came down from Toronto.
Yep.
To visit, and with her she brought us some dope Halloween costumes.
She sure did.
So I had already bought Thomas's Halloween costume a few weeks ago, which was a cow costume. Moo. And
cow goes moo, not cough.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. I have I have the tail end of a cold, but it's the part of the cold where I'm coughing a lot, so it's really annoying.
It's probably not that bad, because it's not a man cold.
Obviously. But it's not, I feel totally fine now. It's just annoying because I have this lingering cough, but it's the tail end of a cold.
Yeah.
Anyways, my sister showed up and she also brought us adult-sized cow onesies so that we could all be cows, so we were a herd of cows.
Yeah, tell them what the joke is. Tell them about the inside joke
so
about cow goes moo.
The whole thing behind cow goes moo is because leading up to Halloween, we knew that Thomas was just Thomas in general is learning a ton of new stuff right now.
Yeah.
And
we taught him how to do a bear noise.
We've been teaching him what animals say. So the first one we started with was a bear.
Yeah.
So what does the bear say?
Rawr.
And then he knows it goes rawr. But he doesn't really do that. He goes rawr. He doesn't really get into it.
He does get louder.
Yeah.
He totally gets into it. He gets even louder and louder, and you'll be like, rawr, and he'll go, rawr.
Yeah. If you do it back to him a few times, he'll escalate it.
So we got pretty good at doing the rawr thing.
Really good. Really good at doing the rawr.
Unfortunate
of
timing.
The bear. Then I had already ordered the cow costume by this point. So I was like, oh shit, we got to teach him the cow next because he's going to be a cow for Halloween and he can't have him making the wrong sound. So then we were trying to teach him, what does the cow say? But he kept saying, rawr.
Rawr.
So.
No, Tommy, cow says moo.
Cow goes moo. Cow goes moo. And so we kept telling him. Eventually, he started to grasp it a little bit. Boop. But he would give us a one-syllable response. So instead of being moo, he'd be I'd be what does the cow say? And he'd be moo.
Yeah.
And so
it was really 50-50 chance though. Most of the time we're getting the rawr.
It was either the cow went rawr or moo.
So that was kind of the inside joke
which is kind of funny though, because even yesterday, Halloween is long gone, but we were going over our animal sounds yesterday, and he was 100% of the time when I said, what does the cow say? He would go moo. And he was picking up his little cow toy from his farm and he was moo.
That's pretty cool.
So he totally grasped the concept, but it was just a bit late.
Little guy's getting smarter. So we ended up going out. We did a few houses.
Yeah, Tommy, we did our first trick-or-treating. He was a bit too shy to walk, so we had to hold him.
He did not want to walk, there was a few people that answered the door. I think we did, 4 houses? 5?
Yeah, we just did the quick, the local neighbors.
Yeah. And yeah, as soon as that door opened, he was like, "Oh no!"
He's like, "Who the f are you? And where's my mommy and my daddy?"
Like-
no, just kidding. Where's my papa?
Yeah, he would just turn around and squeeze onto me and be like, "No!" And then he start crying. I'd be like, "No, come on, bro! Like this is embarrassing. These people are giving you free
I
candy."
think next year it'll be even more fun. I think it's gonna get more and more fun.
Yeah.
The more and more he understands, like, this is so exciting.
Yeah. Anyways, cow goes moo. That was our Halloween journey. Hopefully you guys had a good time.
And we all get to wear fluffy cow outfits, which is
Yeah.
hilarious and cozy. And we got so many compliments.
How many times am I going to be able to wear that from now until next year?
From now until next Halloween?
Yeah.
Hopefully none.
Hopefully none. Can't squeeze it in like one more time.
I mean, you could wear it.
That's utterly ridiculous. I knew you were going to say it.
Look at you stealing my cow joke.
I kind of planted the seed for you to do it, and you didn't do it.
No.
But yeah, so try to sneak it in at least one more time. I'm not sure.
But I feel like you're going to be a cow for the foreseeable, like, next 10 years of Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that every year we could just get Thomas a different animal and we could just be cows.
Yeah, yeah.
It's expensive. Well, and not for us because it was
Yeah.
free because my sister bought it all.
Shout out Auntie Hannah.
Auntie Hannah for the win.
Yeah, so that was our Halloween. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Banter topic. That was banter topic 1. Banter
That was
topic
part A.
number 2. I thought it would be an interesting discussion. Every Sunday, Susie is big into the football. I can't get her off the couch. Can't get her off the TV. She's just stuck on football Sundays.
Absolutely.
Wants nothing to do.
I think we should have reality TV Saturdays and football Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would
like
be
that.
fair.
That'd be fair. Yeah.
Like, I
So-
just rot on the couch all day Saturday and you rot all day Sunday. And the other parent has to parent.
That's awesome. I love it. So fun little topic. I was watching football on Sunday. Susie is kind of just around with Tommy. And
All the moms listening are like, oh, shit, they're about to fight.
no fighting. An observation I made. We have one of those awesome boxes. So pretty much I'm watching the American channel.
Shout out, Alan.
Which, by the way, Patriots are freaking killing it. All right.
Oh, it's so weird. Nobody asked.
Crazy. Drake
No, I
May,
love when the
MVP.
Patriots win because you're in a better mood and that's good for me.
Definitely in a better mood. But yeah, an observation I made because I'm watching the American channel here. Every commercial is either fast food
Alcohol.
or, no, I don't think any. Oh, no, that's true. Yeah, for sure. Beer.
Loads of beer
Yeah,
commercials.
beer,
Fast
food,
or
or drugs.
Ozempic.
Like just, I don't know if Ozempic, just all different types of drugs. Just different
The drug
brand.
commercials are hilarious though because
Yeah.
they like do like let's say 10 seconds of commercial and then 45 seconds of may cause drowsiness, may cause not eligible for blah, blah,
I
blah,
don't
blah.
know if Canada's allowed to. I think the US might be the only.
We're definitely have a way more restrictions on what types of things that are allowed to be advertised to people.
Yeah, but
I don't know the facts.
It's crazy. Every commercial, fast food, taking a drug, a medication of some sort, or you're right, beer. And it was just a general observation, and I was thinking, the US and Canada are some of the most
Obese.
unhealthy and overweight countries in the world. We have a little bit more restrictions. I don't think we're allowed to have drug commercials. Not that we really watch commercials that much. It's just when I watch football, that's really the only TV I'll watch.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an interesting observation that it was either alcohol, food, or drugs. And right now I feel like the U.S. is probably going through a lot of like these big everything, political side of things. But I mean, big on like the health side of change. They're trying to do some changes on the health admin side, whether you agree or disagree with the topic. I think anything that's going to help lead towards being healthier is going to be a step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
But I thought it was interesting that every freaking commercial you're getting blasted with ads to either take a drug, to either eat something like really fast food and yucky.
It's alarming how much they normalize the need for pharmaceutical drugs in order to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, there's actually some super simple, not easy solutions that don't require any pharmaceuticals. Like the fact that, like, you know what I mean? There's always the disclaimers. I'm like, all these disclaimers, like they have to say it because of all legal issues and things like that. But I'm like, there's so many of these things. And instead you could just like do a ton of exercise and go outside and eat a decent diet.
Yeah, it just makes your...
Doesn't come with disclaimers.
It just makes your brain think a little bit deeper that there's so much money. And I don't mean this to sound like a conspiracy or anything, but there is so much money. Like we're talking billions and billions of dollars in the fast food and in the alcohol and in the drug pharmaceutical area. Mm-hmm. And that is all that they're blasting. And, there is some thought process that should be kind of going through our minds, especially as, the U.S. is very close to us. And although maybe our advertisements are different, we don't get
slightly more restrained.
But we do have tons of fast food commercials. I don't know if I guess we get beer commercials and alcohol commercials as well. But it's just like being blasted to people. And if you think about it, like there is this kind of evolution of eat unhealthy, gain weight, drink alcohol.
Well, the owners of pharmaceutical companies don't want people to be healthy. They want people to need
and then take drugs. And then this is just like this rinse and repeat life cycle that it's like, how come we're not seeing gym advertisements and healthy food advertisements? And that's just because there's much less money involved in those things. Yeah. And there's this market where people being unwell and unhealthy is extremely profitable, which is unfortunate circumstances.
Absolutely.
So anyways, just a thought. It kind of popped up in
my mind.
Food for thought.
Drugs for thought.
Yeah. And I was even having a conversation about someone where we're talking about just living an overall healthy lifestyle, and they were talking about creatine and be like, oh, but I gained a pound because I was taking creatine. And I'm like, God. The health benefits of taking creatine monohydrate every single day in terms of your brain health, in terms of your energy production, in terms of your performance in the gym, in terms of maintaining healthy lean muscle tissue and keeping healthy bones, far outweigh the potential 1 pound of overall weight that you're going to carry on your body.
And like, is it really creatine's fault,
Mm-hmm. Well, it will make you, let's say, retain on a cellular level more water. Like your cells will become better hydrated. And okay, maybe your body weight's going to go up by 1 pound, but I'm sure in that 1 week span, or your total diet over the month or many months put together, that when you eat a pizza or eat a burger or eat some chocolate during Halloween, you're not thinking, oh, damn, I just gained a pound because I ate that. You're just like, oh, that was really delicious. But then like our mindset gets kind of fixated on the health side of things.
You're so right.
Versus, oh, actually, I did have a few cookies the other day, or I did have a few mini candy bars, or I did have ice cream with my family or birthday cake on here. But those things kind of shoot right past us, right? Or I did have that beer over the weekend, or those couple beers watching the football game with my friends, right?
It is actually so interesting, and I feel like I'm victim of doing this as well. So if this is you, don't take offense to what I'm about to say, because I feel like I'm sort of occurring to me as we're speaking now. But it is interesting how somebody might fixate on something like protein shakes or creatine and be like, oh, like it made me gain weight, or, or this thing is like calorically dense, like a protein shake or whatever. I don't know. And they get like fixated on that, but they like don't bat an eye about like having wine with dinner all weekend, or don't bat an eye about treating themselves. And I believe that life should be enjoyed, and like treat yourself to a glass of wine or treat yourself to a cookie or whatever, everything in moderation. But it's interesting how our brain is so programmed like to fixate on like, it's like when somebody quite overweight who hasn't been in the gym ever before comes in and they're like, oh, like I'm really like fixating on one movement, and you're like, it's okay. There's like a ton of other movements that we
Yeah,
could
like
do.
I can't press a dumbbell over my head, or
And you're like, there's like a million different other things that we could do that could get your body moving. And since we're starting at zero, like our options are still endless.
yeah,
And people get super fixated on weird details. Like the creatine thing that you just said as an example is such an interesting detail for someone to be like, I gained a pound. But I bet that person doesn't mind having an alcoholic beverage, doesn't mind having cake on the weekend, doesn't mind having a dessert here, might eat cereal for breakfast every once in a while and like not bat an eye. But like, oh, God forbid, I take a super healthy, excellent supplement for my longevity and whatever. And it might hold a little bit more water.
Yeah, you might hold a pound, 1 pound overall. Not like you're not going to progressively gain 1 pound week after week after week. It's like you might just hold on to an extra pound total.
It's like crazy.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, I mean,
it never really occurred to me, but yeah, we fixate on the wrong stuff.
It is interesting. I mean, going back to like the commercials and everything, it's like, oh, you have knee pain, so take this drug. Like, it's like, well, actually, you probably live a sedentary lifestyle. You probably eat like really pro-inflammatory foods, so your joints are inflamed. When you do try to stand up and from your chair or from your desk, then your knees hurt, or when you sit down to the toilet and stand back up, you're having aches and pains. When you do try to go and pick something up off the ground, like your back really does bother you because again you have excessive amount of body weight that you're carrying around and stuff. And so yeah, it's interesting that it's like, take this drug, but here, have all like these pro-inflammatory foods and alcoholic beverages, but then here, take this other drug to help with your knee. And then it's like, okay, more fast food, more alcohol. Hey, take this drug if your back is hurting. Okay, more fast food, more alcohol. Okay, take this drug if you're feeling like mental fogginess. It's like, well, actually, you don't need all those drugs at all. You actually don't need all these foods and drinks. Like, you actually just need to drink mostly water. You need to eat mostly whole nutrient-rich foods, and you need to be moving your body a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're going to be golden. You're going to be golden. You're not going to have knee pain or back pain, or at least you're going to be reducing that significantly as you move your body.
I feel like also if you reduce your overall body weight, if you're somebody who has weight to lose, reducing your overall body weight is going to help with those types of things, because oftentimes it's because we're asking a lot of our joints. You know, I even like my only comparison personal experience from this is like when I was pregnant, but like at the end of my pregnancy, like my knees and my back would hurt all the time because I was carrying around like 40 pounds more overall body weight than I'm used to. So my joints were like, oh, I'm tired.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I love doing this experiment with people. If you're someone if you're someone who wants to lose weight, or even better, you're someone who has lost a bunch of weight, when you come into the gym next time, grab whatever weight you've lost or want to lose. If you want to lose 20 pounds or 25 pounds, grab a 25-pound plate and just walk for 40 meters with it. Just hold on to that plate, hold it to your chest, hug it, and just walk. And you're going to be, after 40 meters of walking with it, very fatigued. Your body's going to get uncomfortable. You're going to be like, man, like this is heavy. I want to take this thing off now, right? And if on the flip side, if you've already lost that amount of weight, you're going to hold on to that weight and you're going to be like, holy smokes, I can't believe I was carrying this around
all
with
the time,
me
like 24/7.
Yeah, when I was waking up in the morning, when I was going for walks, when I was working out. Like, a fun workout that we do every year is Murph, and Murph is meant to be done with a weight vest, and it's a very humbling experience. I've done Murph almost 10 times. I don't know, I think I've done it maybe 8 times now, and I've probably worn a vest for at least 4 or 5 of those times. Yeah. And man, and Murph is a running workout, so you run a mile at the beginning and you run a mile at the end, and you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and you partition it however you want. And man, at the end of that workout, after like 45 to 60 minutes of doing that, you take that vest off and it smashes the ground. Like, you flip it over your head and it just thumps on the ground, and it's like an immediate relief. Having that extra weight is definitely tough, and unfortunately these commercials push these fast relief for people, and in some cases they're
Band-Aids.
very needed. You know, like if you do need immediate relief, then yeah, take that drug. And
I feel like we are believers in modern day medicine. It's not that we're pharmaceutical haters, because that's not true. There's so many benefits, just so many drugs that allow people to live higher qualities of life. However, a lot of things that we're talking about specifically in the gym space, a lot of the types of aches and pains that we hear from people, like back pain and knee pain and blah, 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 those types of things that could be long-term solvable without the use of pharmaceuticals.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're pro-vaccine. Okay, get your vaccines. Relax, everybody.
Yeah. We extended that banter a little bit far here. I'm sorry if I vented a little bit, but yeah, that was my thought.
Let it out, baby.
Let it out.
Let it out. Tell the podcast.
So, real topic of today, something that has been
vaccines. Just kidding.
That has been really fun. Maybe one of the more fun aspects of starting CrossFit and then opening up a gym. Right? Because last week we talked about a decade of coaching people.
Remember, you're so good at remembering every week. It's all a blur.
So last week we talked about a decade of coaching people.
Okay.
I've been doing CrossFit for 13-ish years, and we've owned our own affiliate now for 3+ years. So we're in year 4 now.
I feel like 4 sounds so grown up.
Yeah. We are getting so wise and so mature.
That's a stretch, but I just feel like, 4.
Anyways, getting into what I was saying here is that one of the really cool aspects has been able to see these parents absolutely crushing workouts, moms, dads, and now we can say that we're parents too. And
we sure are.
It's been really inspirational. And one of the stories I love to kind of retell, I tell this to most of my consultations right now, is that when I started CrossFit, I was 19 years old, coming out of college level sports, playing relatively high level basketball, also going and doing the Globo gym stuff, feeling like I was somewhat of an athlete and fit. And I'm getting into CrossFit, and there are moms, 30, 40 years old, right next to me, kicking my ass in workouts.
As they
lifting heavier weights than me, doing higher skill movements than me, running faster than I was. They were finishing their conditioning pieces way quicker than I was. They're putting up better scores in their AMRAPs. And I'm looking around like, what in the hell is going on here? What are these moms? What drugs are these moms taking?
Yeah, literally. Whatever drugs they're on, I want them.
What fast food, alcohol, and drugs are these moms taking right now? This is what I need. No, and it was just, that was an inspiration to me at the moment of being like, holy crap, like these women are like 15 years older than me and they're kicking my ass. Bruh. And then coaching them, getting an opportunity to coach moms and dads.
Moms are just little savages, eh?
Moms are freaking impressive, man. And then coaching women through pregnancy as well, like going through their entire 40 weeks of pregnancy. Susie went up to the day before giving birth.
Hell yeah, I did.
There were many women along the process. There were some moms that I trained up until they literally gave birth that day, which was really cool. And then, coming back postpartum is no joke for the moms. It's also no joke for the dads. A lot of people, when they have their kids, they, fathers just, okay, now I need to work more. I need to make more money. I need to be there more for my kid. I need to be there more for my wife, and just completely put health and fitness on the back burner.
Right. Which is low-key counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes sense in the moment, but long term, in order to be there for your family, you want to be healthy and well taken care of, and therefore you should be prioritizing your health.
Absolutely, yeah. And I had a good conversation with another client yesterday talking about that, and they're, COVID is long behind us now, and more companies are not doing this hybrid model anymore or work from home. A lot of companies are now forcing their employees to go into work, and this client has to go back to work now, like
in person.
Yeah, in person, 5 days a week. 1 week it's 5 days, the next week it's 4 days. And, you know, having that tough conversation with them and saying like, hey, just because you have to go back like into the office and it's taking a good extra
commute.
Hour and a half roughly of your day, 45 there, 45 minutes back, like you still have to find time in your week to really focus on your health, because your kid relies on dad being super healthy. Your wife relies on dad being healthy so that he's a better partner for her, right? So it's about making that sacrifice. And there is something special to see. You probably gain a greater appreciation. You know, I always heard this when I wasn't a parent, and I don't want to sound cliche here, but when you do have a kid, like your schedule definitely gets more packed, more filled up.
Absolutely. I find
and you do have a lot more responsibility.
Yeah.
Susie and I had one of my good buddies' weddings last weekend, and it was funny. Our friend, like none of my friends
who were there have
kids.
Kids.
Exactly. And they were like, oh, that's so great. At least you have a babysitter tonight. And I was like, yeah, but when we wake up tomorrow, you know, when you go to a wedding, yeah, exactly. Like you got to wake up and your kid is there. There's no, I'll just have a bunch of drinks tonight, wake up a little bit hungover tomorrow and kind of just get on, you know, be a little bit of a couch potato and then get on my day whenever I want. It's like, oh no, sorry. Like you do have to be a parent the next day. And yeah, so there is a greater appreciation now as a parent, seeing how dedicated other people have been, especially people who have more than one kid. You know, people who have 2 or even 3 kids still make it a top priority in their life to exercise and to work out and to make time for themselves. So yeah, I don't know where I want to go with this, Suze, but what do you feel like the best thing you did as a newer mom to make sure that you felt like you were getting your exercises in? Because maybe there's some people listening and thinking to themselves, okay, maybe one day I want to be a parent and I want to make sure I lay the foundation right now. Or maybe there are parents listening to this right now and wanting to improve on their situation. So maybe what are one or even a couple things that you've done prior to becoming a parent to help lay the foundation for the future?
Yeah, good question. Let me talk around this point a little bit and hopefully provide some value. The first thing is like before having kids, something that was already like well ingrained in my being was that for me, working out 5 days a week is a non-negotiable. It's not like an aspiration. It's like a non-negotiable. I'm willing to give up a lot of things. I'm willing to be flexible on certain things and on the time of day when I get my workout. And, you know, every once in a while something comes up. Someone has a doctor's appointment. Someone has something. Okay, sure, I can be flexible. But in general, for me, getting in 5 workouts a week is a non-negotiable. So having that mindset about my training, I think, is the ultimate key to success. So I have a core belief that if I don't get my 5 workouts in per week, then all of the other things in my life suffer. So even if it means having to be, you know, not flexible, or having to, you know, make dinner slightly later one night per week, or I don't know, wake up earlier in the morning before work certain days, or on the weekend when I don't feel like it, waking up early to fit it in. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. So for me, prior to having kids, it was already a non-negotiable. It's very challenging. Once you have children in the mix of your schedule, it's already hard enough to have motivation to go to the gym. Like with or without children, that's a relatable fact. Not every day you're feeling like a superhero. Not every day you're motivated. Even myself, even though I love it, for me it's discipline. It's not motivation. And I always have a good time when I'm there, and when I finished, even if I don't have the best workout, I always feel good about myself for having done it. But if you're someone who's listening to this, who's newer to working out or wants to work out and has children, there's always going to be something else you could be doing. When
Always.
you're a parent.
Yeah, it's the whole make time versus have time, right?
Yeah, in life, there's always something you could be doing. There's always, oh, I could be doing my laundry. Oh, I could be doing my dishes. Oh, I could be whatever. There's always a good reason to miss something. Oh, I need to rest. These are all great reasons to miss your workout, but they're not going to get you to your lifelong goal. So sometimes, sometimes I sacrifice. Is it cleaning the apartment tonight or getting my workout? I'm going to pick the workout and I'll get to the next thing later. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel that you really have to just actively make a conscious decision to be like, this is a priority and it's not up for debate. I benefit from the fact that I have a supportive partner on this topic.
Who's that me?
No, my other boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
He's so supportive. No, but when it comes to this, I feel like because we have both the same core value, we do a good job of trying to make it feasible for the other person to get their workouts in. It's not always possible, but tonight, for example, today is a perfect example. I'm going to work out at 4:00. You have a client at 5, which means you're going to have to go pick up our baby, bring our baby to the gym. And then at 5 p.m. when I finish the workout, I'm going to take over baby duties. And then you're not coming home till the evening. And then I'm on my own with Thomas in the evening. But at least I got my workout in before. So I think it's really about, a team effort, being organized, putting it on the calendar, but then also, realizing that it's a conscious choice and it's not easy. It's super not easy. And there are different phases of motherhood where it's been easier than others. I feel like right now it's really hard to find the scheduling because I'm working full time and we have to pick up Thomas before 5 at our daycare. So there's not like a ton of time for me to get a workout, and he's not at an age where I can bring him here anymore while I'm working out.
Yeah.
But like there were
up. Want to go to the stairs.
Yeah, he just wants to climb the stairs and wreak havoc, and he's got too much of a personality now. So there are phases that are easier than others, but it's a consistent like non-negotiable.
So it's obviously a non-negotiable, and you've provided some serious like like you have to sacrifice. You have to make the time for it. You're not going to have the time. You have to make the time, right? Can you talk about like why that's a non-negotiable for you? Like what is working out 5 times or even working out 3 times for someone bring them to like make that a non-negotiable?
Yeah, I think that it brings you like physically a body that you enjoy. So I'm able to get down on the floor and play with Thomas, like life things. I'm also like functionally my body is optimal. Aesthetically, I like how I look in my clothes. I like how I look when I'm not wearing my clothes.
I like that too.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I like, the aesthetic side of things. For me, that's a big motivator. I think for a lot of people, it's a motivator. Maybe they don't like to say it out loud because it doesn't have as much, oh, wow, so inspirational. But like, you want to look good naked, work out.
Yeah.
Point. Eat well, work out. You're going to look good naked. Promise. So I feel like from a functionality of my physical body and from the aesthetics of my physical body, it's totally worth all those sacrifices. But for me, also a huge part of it is my mental, like it's a place for me to decompress. I don't have to think about my to-do list for an hour. I don't have to think about taking care of anyone other than myself for an hour. I get to, do something that feels mentally tough, and that's rewarding for me mentally. I suffered pretty bad from postpartum depression, so I had a lot of suicidal ideation. And for me, coming to the gym was like the 1 hour of the day where I wasn't thinking about killing myself. So like, it's huge from that side of things. So I think that it's like, for me, it's the best medicine I've ever had in my whole life.
Yeah, for sure. Movement is medicine. We say it all the time. We'll keep repeating it. But yeah, I mean, there's also, like you said, the big functionality side of things, like not having restrictions to do anything you want. You want to go for a hike? with your son, if you want one day, you'll hopefully be able to do that.
Yeah, like even Tommy wants to go on the slide. I can climb up on the jungle gym with him and go down the freaking slide.
Yeah.
That's a luxury that some people don't have.
Yeah. For me, like a big one is like just like the longevity side of things. I'm still pretty young, but I think about this often, and I was kind of joking with someone the other day, joking, but kind of not joking, but I want to live till I'm 100 years old. I want to live to be able to say that
so annoying because when Brandon puts his mind to something, he does it. So like he's obviously going to live till his 100.
I want to live until I see 100. That would be freaking cool.
It's very feasible.
And I want to do that like
well,
yeah. I don't want to live the last decade of my life in a wheelchair or in a bed and not be able to move. I want to be able to be 90 years old, walking into a CrossFit gym and working out with the group class.
Hell yeah.
That is my ultimate goal in life, is to get to 90s and just be still working out
with your grandkids.
It'd be freaking cool. And hopefully, yeah, that would be the dream. And to be able to be as functional as possible, to be able to live as long as possible, like that to me is ultra important. For the short term, definitely like looking good in the mirror is a big factor. Mentally feeling sharper right now, feeling less of like the blues, right? It is November now, which is crazy to think about. November of 2025. Seasonal depression definitely hits me more as well. It gets darker out.
You were super affected by this.
I was even telling Susie, I was like, I don't even want a podcast right now. Like, I have no creative juices. Like, just been feeling a little bit more on the downside of things recently.
You're looking a little blue, babe.
But exercising, man, I did yesterday's workout. Did not want to do yesterday's workout. Worked out, and I was like, that's it. This is why I work out, because I feel 1,000 times better emotionally and physically after training. So,
did you have itchy juice?
I had the itchy juice. Yes, I did. That definitely gave it a boost. And that's something that I tell people. One of the big benefits of pre-workout, you're never going to take pre-workout and just be like, you know what, let me just keep watching Netflix. Like, get off the couch, take your pre-workout, and then next thing you know, it's like, boom, I'm teleported in the gym and I'm throwing down a barbell or doing some CrossFit stuff. So you take that pre-workout, it's guaranteed that you're going to get in your car or you're going to get over to the gym and you're going to be doing your training. There's no chance that you're going to be drinking your pre-workout and be like, never mind. 15 minutes later, you're going to be buzzing. You're going to be ready to go. But yeah, so the short term for sure is the physical, the mental. Like, it is very short term, like immediately. Within an hour to 2 hours of your workout, you will feel great. And on the less short term, right, we're talking like days, weeks, or even months, you will see physical changes.
Yeah.
But over that long term, you will feel much more functional.
Yeah.
You will feel much more healthy. You're going to be making less trips to the doctor. Mm-hmm. You're going to be having to worry less about your overall health. And you're just going to be thriving in life. So, yeah, those are kind of my, like, especially as a parent now, like, I don't want to be a parent one day that relies on my child, or hopefully one day maybe children, to have to take care of me. That is not my goal. I want to be as independent for as long as possible. And then, seeing your dad and your mom playing with Tommy and stuff. Like, I hope one day that Tommy wants to have kids and I'll be a grandparent one day as well. And I'll be shooting hoops with them and playing outside with them.
Maybe he's going to have non-basketball playing kids. You have to accept.
Yeah, but if the opportunity arises where they do want to play sports, like, I want to be able to coach Tommy's sport team growing up. I want to be able to, be a grandfather that also does that as well, if so be it,
Yeah.
I just want to be like in movement and feeling good in my body for as long as I possibly can. But we don't think about those things often. We just think short term. Like, do I want to eat the broccoli right now, or do I want to eat the pasta?
I don't even think it's that, because I think a lot of people do want those things. I think short term, what happens a lot, at least from the mother's perspective, is like, well, Tommy has a math test tomorrow, and so, and oh my God, the gym uniform is not clean, and oh, I'm going to have to cancel my workout.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
But they're not thinking about the long term in that situation.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the short term, that's what happens. The short term isn't like I just don't feel like working out. It's like I would like to work out, but I've got all these a million quote unquote good excuses to not go.
Yeah, no, but exactly. That's my point, is that the short term reasons stop them without thinking about the long term consequences. And when you do a quick cancellation, something just popped up, like my friend wants to go for coffee and they really need me because they're going through something really hard right now, like I'll just do tomorrow morning's class, and then tomorrow's morning class, like I was out late last night with them, and now it's too early. I'm not, like, they don't realize the repercussions of doing a short-term sacrifice. And emergencies do happen. Things can happen, and there is something to be like, hey, like this happened, so I have to react right now. But overall, unless it's emergency, like, hey, your friend can wait 30 minutes. You were going to go for them at 5:30, or you're going to go see him at 6. Go see him at 6:30 after your class. Like, go meet him at the coffee shop after that. Like that you're training in. It's important. Things pop up. Okay, I'm gonna have to do laundry at 8:00 at night rather than doing it at 7:00 at night. Or here, I'll throw on the laundry right now. I'll go get my workout in. I'll come back and I'll get that shit done after. Right?
Absolutely.
I will. Work is super stressful right now. I have to do this. Okay, well, before I never worked out on Sundays, but guess what? Now I have to work out on Sundays because I can't work out on Tuesday, right? Work has permitted me to work longer hours. I can't quite fit it in the gym. Like, it's really, really tough and it's really stressful. It just doesn't work out with my schedule. Okay, well, Tuesday you're not going to work out anymore, but guess what? Sunday morning, 9 a.m., you're at the gym working out now. And yes, that's not part of your normal routine, but before your normal routine was Tuesdays, now it's Sundays. So make those changes.
Absolutely. I think that's so important. I think that you have to get out of your own way.
Yeah.
You have to look past the current obstacle that's right in front of you. You got to look past it and see where you want to get to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, I'm going through all these like consultations with new people. That's kind of my new role here.
Killing it, by the way.
Thanks, love. I mean, Jim is killing it.
Well, they're killing it.
Yeah. Our Jim is killing it. I mean, we just locked on 8 new people over the last 2 weeks. So I'm excited for them to get into the groups. I'm excited for them to go through their process. Our previous group before that they're on week 3 and they're freaking killing it, man. There's some people
they're disappearing. They turn to the side. I don't see them anymore. It's crazy.
The results they're getting is really, really sick. I'm really enjoying this process so far. It's kind of cool to get it going. But that being said, I have these conversations with people, and one of the first questions we ask them is like, hey, let us know, like, what is your goal here? Is your goal weight loss? Is your goal overall confidence? Is your goal to live healthier? And a lot of people are like, okay, like, it's weight loss. And then I'll say, okay, what are the main obstacles you're facing? Is it fitness? Is it nutrition? Is it schedule?
Motivation.
And then schedule / motivation. And then a lot of the time they're like, it's like schedule and motivation and like the nutrition or the fitness, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, like, let's book a consultation. And they'll be like, oh, like, my week is pretty busy. Can I do next Wednesday? And it's like, whoa, hold on a second. Like, you want to make this change? Yeah. Like, you can't wait 7 days.
Out of your way.
Yeah. Like, you're not coming to work out right now. You're just coming to have a chat with me. You're coming to discuss how we can help you in that process, but don't wait 7 days. Don't wait 3 days. Like, let's go. I have an availability tonight. I have availability tomorrow. Now, obviously, there's certain plans and stuff, but it's like, oh no, unfortunately, this whole week I'm busy. Like, a whole week. It's like, I've had some conversations with people like, you don't have like 30 or 45 minutes. You can just come in real quick. We can chat about the programs that we can offer you. And someone's like, okay, actually, you know what? I do have a 1:30 available tomorrow. Okay, perfect. Boom. They come on in, chat to them, and then have those deeper conversations with them to get to know them. And also to try to break those like boundaries, try to break those like belief systems of like, oh, it's a scheduling issue. It's like, no, it's actually not a scheduling issue.
It's actually a mindset issue.
Yeah, it's just
it's like when we first started dating.
That was so random for you to bring up, but
it's so true though.
Well, do you want to elaborate so that people can actually understand what the hell you're talking about?
It's a great analogy, but when Brandon and I first met,
our schedule was booked up, people.
I was booked and busy.
Guess what? I was like, wait, you don't have any 30, 45-minute times? Come on, girl.
I have like 10 slots available. No, but you asked me to like hang out a couple of times, and I was like, yeah, like I'm just like super
literally
busy.
a couple times, because after a girl says my schedule is busy, it's instant, like she's not interested. You move on.
She wasn't interested.
So I moved on real quick.
So he moved on. But all this to say, then after we did go on a date eventually.
Yeah.
And after
Well,
that
why
date,
is that? Why is that?
because you got a dog and he was cute, and I wanted to go on a date with Max, not you. But
Yeah.
that's besides the point. The whole point being, I was so busy, couldn't have a single second for you. Then we went on one date. I fell in love with Max, and after that, my schedule opened wide up. We hung out like I think 7 days in a row, and I think after the 7th day, you were like, "Remember when you were really busy?"
Yeah. I was like a weekend. I was like, wait, hold on a second. This is like the 4th day in a row we're hanging out. I thought you said you were really busy. What are you doing during your date times here?
Absolutely nothing. Actually, finally, the schedule opened up. So if you want it, you make it work.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
That's all. And
And
now we're
how-
married. Look at that.
Yeah. Time to get married to the gym, folks.
Yeah.
But anyways, going back to my original point, these are all things that future parents should think about, and these are all things that current parents should be thinking about. Having a lot of conversations with people right now that are, I have 2 kids, I have 3 kids, and now I really want to make the time for myself, right? And what I've been super inspired from over my last 10 plus years of doing CrossFit,
Yeah.
is how dedicated parents, the parents have been, and how inspired I've been because of those people who have done those things.
Yeah, I think once you live the experience of being a parent, you realize how difficult it is, but how imperative, how important it is to make your health and wellness a priority. You know, like I've never been more aware of my longevity than since having a child. And I've also never had more respect for all the parents who were parents before me when I had no idea what it was to be a parent.
No.
And I feel that, you know, I have an utmost understanding of the people who are like kind of lost themselves in having kids, because I can see how that could happen. But I have so much, like a deep respect for all the parents who don't let that happen. And even though maybe sometimes you have to make small sacrifices of time with your family to come to the gym, you're making such a beautiful gift to your family by taking care of your health.
Yeah. Yep. Let's end it with client of the week.
Pew, 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 pew.
This client has 4 kids. 4.
Yeah. So what's your excuse?
Well, they're just getting into it.
They're killing it.
They're killing it.
Absolutely.
They've been absolutely smashing their transformation program. They're on week 3 of their program, and they have been making some epic results, which I hope to share at the end of the 6 weeks.
Can't wait.
And this client has not only come in and wanted to be coached, they've come in and also brought in a really fun energy.
Yeah.
Right? They came in without reservation, I guess, and they really just trusted this process so far.
Yeah.
They've been wonderful to work with. They've really worked hard on their nutrition. They've asked really good questions, and then they've taken, more importantly, they've taken those answers or those suggestions and actually applied them, right? Because it's one thing to say, hey, what do you think about doing this? And you say, that's a great idea, and then you just never do it, then that doesn't really help you in any way. So
Absolutely.
making the actual applications has been really, really cool to watch her start to do. And she's made like some really cool progress. So that client of the week is Katarzyna.
Yeah, girl.
So thanks, Kat, for being super awesome.
Beautiful addition to the CrossFit Max family.
Yeah, you've been getting in the 6 a.m. She's done some 6 a.m. classes because her
Let's
schedule is
go.
full. She left us an awesome Google review saying, I wish I joined earlier. So those things are really, really important. And although you're at the very beginning of your CrossFit journey, I know that you
She's got all the tools and the makings of a baddie.
I know that you got a long road ahead of just ultimate success.
Beautiful.
So keep it up, Kat. You're doing awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Hey, if you're a parent and some of this stuff either clicked with you, or you know some parents that have been kind of slacking over there, send this to them. Send this to them without any judgment. Just say, hey, listen to these
people talk about you.
These two awesome people, Susie and Brandon, kind of just reflect on parenthood and how the mental approach should be. And maybe they might get some wisdom, and maybe we might break through that tough barrier that they've kind of built. So you never know who you can change. You can change someone's lives by just sharing, sending this over, and hopefully it'll click for them. So thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
Bye.